Caliph Omar, month of March, lecture 13.
Now we are learning about the wars with the Byzantine Empire. Here is the map in which you can see the size of the Byzantine Empire, mainly the areas of the Jerusalem, Alexandria, it was actually the capital of the Egypt, areas of Fustat and Damascus are linked. Main battles or the events occurred with the Byzantine were the battles of Yarmouk, fall of the Jerusalem, conquest of the Egypt. Reason behind these wars. Firstly, we need to learn that Eastern Roman Empire majorly consists of the sides of Syria, Jerusalem, and Egypt. These all empires together were called as the Byzantine Empire. Relations had been cordial after the Prophet's invite to the Hercules because he was pretty impressed with the Holy Prophet's personality, but he did not accept faith. Hostility started when Envoy was murdered by the Christian prince of Syria, and this brought firstly the Battle of Mu'tah. Then Battle Syria was held under the command of Osama bin Zaid during the first Caliph. For the conquest of Syria, Hazrat Abu Bakr called for jihad on the land and he prepared four troops under the different commanders. Khalid bin Walid also joined him with 9,000 forces, but soon Khalid had to turn to the battles at Basra and Ajnadain. But siege of the Damascus remained incomplete due to the first caliph's death. Also, the major reason that rebellion of the Bedouin tribes on the Syrian border were against the Muslims. These tribes rendered help to their kinsmen in Arabia to raid the Muslim territories. All these major brought Muslims into conflict with the Byzantine Empire. Battle of Yarmouk. This is the first battle that held with the Byzantine armies. Background or the reason. During the reign of the Second Caliphate, Khalid bin Walid had already occupied the areas of the Damascus, Jordan, and the Emesa. To recover the loss of three major states, Byzantines had a fight with the Muslims. Place and strength. Byzantine Emperor sent near around 260,000 men who camped in the valley of the Yarmouk, and Muslim forces were comprised of only 40,000 men, and they came under the commandment of Hazrat Abu Ubaidah bin Jarrah. Negotiations. Firstly, Byzantines offered to the Muslims that a large sum of money will be provided if they are going to leave the Syria and return to their lands. Soon this offer rejected and Abu Ubaidah placed his commands. He offered them the usual three alternatives. First, to accept the faith. Second, to pay the jizya or the land tax. And to have a battle. Eventually, they decided for the third option, that was the battle. Event of the battle. This battle lasted for 6 days, but by the afternoon of the sixth day, only one third of the Byzantine army remained. Meanwhile, a storm broke out, and the fleeing Byzantines were cut down in large numbers. Result: Byzantine lost the Syrian state, and Muslim rule was ushered in. This is the major event that was the fall of Jerusalem. This event was conducted in two parts. Firstly, the siege of the Jerusalem. Second, the call of the Umar Caliph. Background. After the Yarmouk, Muslim forces spread out in all directions in the Jordan and captured key areas to pave the way to the Jerusalem. Place of the battle was Jerusalem, and it was a holy land captured by the Jews and the Christians. They had a strong fortress over there, and it was also protected from all the sides with deep valleys. Event of the battle. Muslims laid siege to Jerusalem in the severe winter and the Byzantines also offered very stiff resistance. Hazrat Amr bin As was the commander of the Muslims' army. He wrote to Hazrat Abu Ubaidah bin Jarrah for reinforcement. When the reinforcements arrived, the citizens of the city lost heart and offered surrender on the condition that the Caliph Umar himself would come and receive the keys of the city and also will have a treaty with them. Arrival of Hazrat Umar. Hazrat Umar left Hazrat Ali as his deputy and he proceeded to Jerusalem with only one slave. It is also reported in a number of hadiths. Then his slave and he himself had turns to ride the camel one by one. A treaty with the citizens of the Jerusalem was drawn up, and in this treaty they declared security of the life of the people, safety of the churches and other religious buildings were assured, and also to pay the land tax jizya. Those who were not compelled to receive the treaty or accept the terms of the treaty, they were asked to leave the city. When Hazrat Umar asked the patriarch of the city where he could offer the prayer of the thanksgiving, he was led to a church. He declined to pray in the church because he feared that he would set an example for the Muslims to convert churches into mosques. Therefore, he was later directed towards the place where Prophet David or Prophet Dawood salam used to pray. He stayed in the Jerusalem for a few days and reorganized the administrative system. He also built a mosque which later came to known as Umar Mosque. Last major event was the conquest of the Egypt. Hazrat Amr bin As was set out for Egypt with 4,000 men. After attacking small towns, he laid siege to the fort of Fustat, which lasted for 7 months and it was later captured by Muslims. Muslim army now advanced towards the Alexandria. It was the capital of Egypt. On seeing them, Egyptian king became furious and he sent a larger army to fight with them. Muslims army found Alexandria heavily fortified and it was surrounded by the 50,000 soldiers. At this time, Muslim strength was near around 12,000. Whenever the Muslims tried to get close to the city, the enemy rained boulders on them. Although Alexandria was a major port and help could come from the sea any time, that was the size of the Constantinople. Later, Byzantines came out and fought in the open area. They were beaten back by the Muslims. Meanwhile, Emperor Heraclius died, and a wave of disappointment went over the besieged city. At last, the city fell and Muslims became the masters of Egypt.